Uh, this is, one of those things where, like I said, I'm just kind of trying it out, seeing if I feel like engaging with this long term. Or if it's just what it is I've done for the time being. It may be something that we pick up and put down. Just kind of poke and prod, and then go off and do something else, and then poke and prod. What we've got is something that, in theory, sounds perfect. Tell me if you've heard this one, infinite diversity and infinite combinations. Didn't really turn out to be the case. Over the course of its development, it made a lot of promises that it didn't wind up keeping. Or at least not keeping to quite the extent that maybe they were nudging people towards. Technically, what they told us would be present is, at least now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that what is present is engaging, or at least not engaging in the long term. I don't mean to condemn this title before it is that I've even announced its name, but the phrase, wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle, springs to mind. Systems are what they are, experiences are what they are, and, well, all of those combinations that you can put things in tend to shake out into just a very slim number of archetypes, and, well, that's a flaw with thinking in general. The moment that you start considering archetypes, you have closed possibilities. It's not a useful way to put together a game. Reaching back into tabletop history, that was done because of its simplifying effect. It is a crutch for people with no imagination. Quite literally, that's what it's for. If you don't know what to play, you can't fathom anything. Don't have anything that you would like to do or pursue or an idea that interests you. Well, here. This is a barbarian. You know what those are, right? There you go. Do that. Now you don't have to think too hard. That's the function of these things. We don't run into anything quite analogous to that in what we're about to dip our toe into, but the archetypes are there all the same. We got hot places, we got cold places, we got radioactive places, we got water places, and each of these translates to a meter that ticks down before it starts killing you. And that's it. The hazards are not unique. The creatures, well, technically unique, are kit bashes of a select few kinds of bits and bobs, and that's all understandable given the limits of modern computers. What baffles me about it is the, not just the checks written leading up to its release, but the seemingly unshakable determination of the staff to continue iterating and improving. That's confusing, and then so are the ways that they choose to improve. Well, let me show you what it is that I mean. Let's hop on in. We'll get it started. And, I mean, this will take some adjusting. Probably not much, but some adjusting all the same. Just because we, well, the last time that I was playing this, I had a big old fucking headset on. There we are. Update. Yeah, updated. Making sure. Yeah. Okay, good. We always want to verify. Have eyes. Other explorers may join your session. Okay, fine. We're loading our save. We're not starting a new one because there's not much of a reason to. The game doesn't fundamentally change from start to 100 hours. Maybe it takes 200 hours. I don't know. But I can tell you that I'm doing the same things that I had been doing since the onset. I shoot beam at rock. Rock gimme thing. I navigate menu. Plug thing into other thing. Plug that thing into third thing. Plug third thing into fourth thing. Now I have a statistical advantage, and that's it. Pretty loading screen, though. And so we wait for it to load. Now, there is a community around this that shares locations of specific things, and there's a series of maps that you can use to plot a course and everything, but the process in doing so is a tremendous pain in the ass. And with the way that this system functions, none of that is necessary. Like, you don't need an S-ranked ship. It's not a thing that you particularly need. Can be nice, but it's not essential. Same thing with any other piece of equipment. And it seems to me that if you play long enough, eventually it's just going to happen anyway, so don't fucking sweat it in the meantime. Oh, we got a thumbs up from the witch. That's good. Still loading. Pretty sure only Star Citizen beats it on the loading. Something that I do have to record a new thing for. They did a patch where there's a medical, heavy quotes, gameplay now. As well as adding in a ship that may end up our new daily driver there. We'll see. There's so little that's concrete about that project that it's all subject to radical and ridiculous change. Still, just chilling. I mean, this is emblematic of the experience of the game itself, I think. Yeah, just chill. Yep. Did we finally catch? We did. And would you look at that? We're in our sparsely decorated, mobile command center. This is one of the features that exists, and the reason that I'm not over the moon about it is that it only just exists. There's not much to it outside of that. You know, this is nice. You can grow fucking plants from alien places on it if you want to, if you have a use for them. I frequently don't. Now we have to talk to a cartographer at some point. We will. We'll tour this as it becomes relevant. For the time being, let's introduce you to the actual gameplay loops here and its housekeeping. That's what it is. So they added settlements relatively recently, and like everything else, they're not terribly engaging. We can zip there via portal from anywhere. A base, the portal that I've installed right in the middle of this particular platform. Space stations. Well, this is not to say that the players haven't made some very interesting things. They have. But that's with anything that you allow people to build stuff with. If they're willing to put in the time and effort, they can make cool stuff. But Tinker Toys have been around since forever, and I'm not going to applaud your Tinker Toy set for someone else's creativity. You don't get points for work that isn't yours. Work that is theirs, though, are these settlements. I can't influence much with this settlement. Yeah, I know. It's on, an absolute hell planet. That's a history repository over there. Looks big and imposing for something like that, but that's all it is. Ooh. There we are. You know what we might need to do? Well, we'll see. We'll find out. Anyway. Where exactly is that stupid fucking office? There it is. So you can see there's a red meter. That means I'm on a hot planet. So when the shield depletes and the red meter goes down, then I start taking damage. Oh no. Who told you could hang out in here? Excuse me? This is my office. This is settlements. We make a decision. That's fine. Examining a dramatic trend for mutual overclocking among the citizens. Such things cannot be permitted. So, we could reduce our daily maintenance, or we could increase their happiness. What's our current status? We're at 20% happiness. Our productivity is well and over. So we've got, like, what? More than enough to... Oh. Yeah, a lot of these things seem to be just for making us money, don't they? Somewhat disappointing. Because, like, there's an awful big emphasis on currency, but then you don't really do anything with it anyway. We're gonna try to increase their happiness. We can afford that. Yeah. It's one of those thrilling battles they promised us. I had to swap over to... Well, we can... Here, they added these. So, you know, that's a thing, right? Hey, I'm gonna ask you to stop that. Are you guys thrilled yet? I'm thrilled. Like, I'm giving him the beam and everything. And this is, I mean, we technically have a different kind of fucking gun to shoot at them. I guess this is quicker. Now, they are supposed to be shooting back. Couldn't tell you why they're not. But I'm also not that invested. They're not interesting enemies, they're just little floating eyeball drones. Oh yeah, you noticed, did you? We did it. That's a terrain deformer. That's what I want. Cool. Well, you know, we'll stomp our way over here and just kind of chill. So you can build things like this, you know? You can, if you wanted. But, I mean, that's conflicts here. Okay, right? Like, that's fine, I guess. But it's also not terribly interesting. And boy, Does your shit need to be interesting if you're going to, you know, pitch it as any kind of adventure? One would think, right? Clear up some of that. Anyway. This is the other part of it. It's fucking just inventory management. That's about it. Now this needs microprocessors and that needs acid. I think I can make acid. I know I can make microprocessors, so. 2? Yeah. Yep. Great. And this is how it is that we upgrade these things. It's how you do it with everything, in fact. Like I said, there's not a ton of engagement to be had. Where the fuck is the acid? Polyfibers. There. Oh, I need fungus. That's right. I need to go to a stink planet in order to get the stuff for acid. That's fine. Anything else that we can really do with this? I suppose we could charge this thing. There's plenty of carbon stored.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Great. Well, you know, back through the portal. Was it good for you? I loved it. No pending decisions. Those are on a timer, by the way, so you just kind of do it on a timer. The thing that immediately comes to mind as far as a comparison for that is concerned, it would be like Animal Crossing, I guess. Where you do a thing and then, okay. And then you do another thing and then, alright. But mostly you don't do. Which again, fine and dandy, if that's what it is that you're pitching, but that ain't what they pitched. Is there anything that's still under construction around here? Anything that I need to concern myself with? Yeah, there's this. What do you need? Whoop. Hydraulic wiring. True. The witch is also noting that Animal Crossing has villagers that you can interact with and get to know and form attachments to and with, and this don't. Because, and that's all there is to it. Like you, okay. Yeah, sometimes this place bursts into flames, it's fine, it's whatever. Hydraulic wiring. Salt, dihydrogen, carbon nanotubes. Do I not have dihydrogen? I'm pretty sure I have dihydrogen on me. It might be on the ship.
Thermal protection falling.
I'm dealing with it, don't be a shit. There. Okay, well, here's what we'll do about that. There's dihydrogen. We'll find somewhere to sell our crap. Should be something right over there at the repository. And then we'll just scoop up some dihydrogen, make some hydraulic wiring, and then back through the portal. And again, you know, we've boarded a spaceship and everything, and that's fine, but there's little more to it than, say, an MMO mount. It lets me skip obstacles. Most of it, landing included, is automated. It's always moving forward a little bit, so I can't exactly hover and strafe with it. It's a very, very hands-off, laid-back experience. And again, I don't want to come across as if I am saying that that is an inherently bad thing. It's not. But it's also not what we were sold. I forget if I need those for something. I know that I don't need these. Yeah, just have them. Great, great, great. And yeah, that ought to clear up more than enough. Okay then. And there's a thing that they try to do with a lot of their narratives. There's an attempt to kind of instill a sense of tragedy to it, but if you're doing all the telling and none of the showing, then I kind of want you to just shut the fuck up, because you don't understand what it is that you're banging on about. It ain't real if you just tell me about it, man. The most I can say is, well, that kind of sucks. It sounds unfortunate. I get somebody decided to land in the only landing pad here. It's whatever. Hey, how is your stuff, by the way? B. The Prophecy of Frost. Okay. Bit grandiose, but whatever. Those H's are dihydrogen. All we gotta do is press our little scan button, and it just tells us where they are. Then we'll need a mining beam. We have several settings on our gun. It's a little Federation-y that way. In that what you've got is a multi-tool in the truest sense, not really a weapon. Or at least not just a weapon. I'm sorry? Oh. The plants are mad. There we go. This is the shit that we're looking for. As you use it, the tool heats up. Beam changes color corresponding to its heat, or you can watch the little meter in the upper right. Again, nothing terribly involved. Just pretty tame all around. People have called this a simulation. In fact, one of the tags that Twitch automatically assigns to it is simulation. It's not... It doesn't really seem to be interested in simulating much. It's a simulation in the same way that, like, any fucking video game is, I guess. What do we got? Pyrite. We're good on pyrite. We just need more dihydrogen. Haven't identified that plant before. This is another one of those loops that it's got. Taking pictures. That's it, we've done it. Now we can see what it is that it drops for us. If we care. Nutrient source, buried treasure, primary element, carbon. We mouse over it and we see that it's carbon. Those is critters, you know? We've scanned them previously. We'll bring them up in our encyclopedia. Pardon me. There they go. Grabicus, I believe it was called. It's the game's auto-generated name for them. They're sort of neat, but that's all. They're just sort of neat. Some critters are hostile. I'm not entirely sure why that's on fire, it just is. That's just how it fucking shakes out around here. Things burst into flames, what are you gonna do? Seems like we're good otherwise. Yeah. There we are. Yeah, looks like we got some condensed carbon crystals up there too. We'll grab them. Now sometimes these rocks are critters as well. You'll zap them and they'll stand up and be like, don't fucking do that. And I should clarify a couple of things. Now, I mentioned about 100 hours was what it is that we were in here for, and you saw the hour count as we were logging in. This isn't necessarily because of an infatuation with it. This is mostly trying to find what the draw is. And I work very hard at that because I'm always convinced that I'm missing something. Some of it is just to say, oh, well, you know, I was here, I did blah, blah, and blah, and I saw this, and I built a thing near an interesting geographic feature or whatever. Which is nice and everything, but it's all also just like a very shallow experience. I was there, I did it, and now it's done and it's over, and I probably won't think about it. And that's... I would say not just disappointing, but sad for a project like this. In a universe where you're supposedly able to go anywhere and do anything, you would think that that would mean making all kinds of memories, but I can't find anything worth remembering here. I desperately want to. I would like to hold this world and this place precious, but I'm not allowed, because there's nothing for me to hold on to. Speaking of two, that's how many of these I need. And is it just 2 of those hydraulic wire? 3. So in fact, I need 3. My mistake. There we go. Do I have enough salt for that? I think I do. Am I missing? Is it the salt that I'm missing? Is it salt? Because that's sodium nitrate. What's that gonna get me? Nanite clusters. Sodium nitrate yields nanite clusters. That doesn't make sense. Okay. So then... yeah, you need NaCl. Do you just want me to refine sodium? Nanite clusters. Okay. Let's see here. Portable refiner. We don't really need a portable refiner. We need something much better. We'll hop through the portal. Oh good, we're approaching New Selson. We're saved. Portal building. There we go. Take me to one of my myriad spots. Well, that's just sodium. Trying to figure out what it is that I want to go to. May as well. We're not looking to pick up any of these particular elements that I've got auto gathering set up for. We'll just hop over here and view some of those interesting geographic features. Interesting floral features as well. Not so much on the fauna. But, oh well. And we're loading. And we're loading. Yeah, I'm just making sure the capture's going alright. I think you'll do without the whistle of the loading screen for just a moment. There you go. Oh good, and we're around nightfall, so we should actually be able to see what makes this spot interesting outside of just, you know, a pretty lake and some very nice clouds. It's a good enough spot, right? A little temperate for my taste, so I would prefer it colder. But the witch liked it very much. You'll see why in just a little while. What's up with the base archives? Great. New data available. Sure. What you got? I claimed blank so much from the Earth. Okay. Why not? What do you got? Okay, bye. An underwater protection module. We don't need it. Install the efficient thrusters on my ship. Yeah, I installed those a while ago. So first we install it. It can be installed right there. And then we can dismantle it for parts. Hooray, parts. There we go. As it gets darker, you'll see that much more easily. That's what we needed. I needed the refiner. Pretty sure that's this way? Oh no, this is just hydroponics. Waiting for the witch as well. I set her up with some things to just snag for money, but she'll populate it with things that look good. As is her way and her wont. And I think the right decision. That's why I didn't dare assume. It looks like I didn't put a refiner up in here. I wonder why I did that. Maybe I just moved on and forgot. A large refiner, please. Oh, I'll build some. Don't worry about it. And where is the... yeah, there we go. So, microprocessors. I need 3, right?
Product constructed. Product constructed.
There we are. Toggle for replacement. And a build camera, so that I can see what the fuck it is that I'm doing without all that wiggling. There. Easy as that. Okay. Let's make salt. Are you sure? Okay, but where does the sodium part come from? Whatever. Just do it. Just do it. Hey, listen, game developers, if I'm capable of doing even basic science, if you slap my hand and tell me no, I'm going to think you're an asshole. Just wanted to say that. Anyway, you get all these luminous particles. It's part of the ecosystem here. The trees, the mushrooms, the plants, all of it glows, and it seems to glow in waves as it gets stimulated by the wind. Like I said, a very pretty spot. Pastoral, calm. Plenty of places to swim and fish. Favorite activities of the witch. It's a nice place to dream about, I guess. I guess. You know, we've been over this. I don't have dreams like this. Alright. We got salt. That'll do. So, another 2 of those. 1.
Product constructed.
2. Alrighty, let's go make choices. To Selson. More waiting. As we just kind of slide through the color tube. Look at us. I don't know why it doesn't put us down at the portal. By the way, I didn't design or furnish this building. It came this way, and there's nothing I can do about or with it. It's nice enough, but it's just, this is it. Fuck you. Oh, we're here to plug hydraulics in. They call it hydraulic wiring. Do they mean tubing? Is it called wiring? I'm not entirely sure. I would think it would be tubing, because what you're talking about is moving a liquid medium. Anyway. Now that's building, and it'll build by itself with no input from me. And nothing for me to do to speed it up. Back through the hole. And we'll continue on whatever the fuck it was that I was doing previously. Probably, you know, probably not even continuing what I was doing previously, because it doesn't stick in memory and it doesn't matter. We'll pick up on whatever it is I feel like doing now. I think that is mostly talking to the, probably not that planet. That's our current system. These gold things are space stations. I guess that's where we were? No, that's just where we had been a moment or two ago. Pain in my ass. Well, let's see. Oh yeah. That's them boys. No, take me back. I want to see them boys. B. Grabicus. Am I really not allowed to rotate them? Let me rotate it. There we go. You gotta fucking use the scroll wheel too. And then it fights you on it. So we can't see the front of B. Grabicus because you can't scroll that hard. There you go. They're telling me that's a creature. I don't think it is. Anyway. Systems. This particular system was discovered 2 years ago. Great. And I believe that is where my particular freighter is, so that's where we'll go. The Sentinel Depot. Okay, so that's what it is that I was doing. Let's go. And we're waiting. Oh, we're waiting. And we're waiting. And And there we are. We made it. Uh-huh. I think I'm parked right outside. Yeah. That's definitely a move I make. There's the log. We're waiting. We don't need an exploration guide. We'll deal with that in a moment or two. That's the one. Yeah, I'm definitely parked right outside. That's our kind of home away from home. You can put whatever you need on it. There's the flotilla. A series of slightly smaller ships that you can dispatch on missions. We'll do that real quick. Before I go and attempt to figure out what exactly the fuck they want me to do with this depot. I guess I just have to shoot their things with my multi-tool, which isn't the fastest way to deal with those depots. You strafe them with your fucking, like, single-seater here. Because I'm not actually allowed to fly this thing. I would love to. But it's another spot that they've slapped my hand and told me no. It looks like everyone has something to report. Debrief. How'd you do? And this is what it is that this does. See the money, there's resources, there's money, there's resources, there's money. They did it. And same thing. Resources, money, resources, 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 money. Oh, more of it.
Inventory full.
Well, I'm going to have to empty that then, aren't I? Which is why it is we've installed this. It's a trade terminal, a vendor. You can just sell things. So, there we go. We're just gonna go ahead and sell all of it. It's fine.
Received.
This is pretty much what that's for. Selling.
Received.
Same here. You can take these and trade them around if you particularly care to. You know, go from spot to spot and go, ah, but this isn't selling well here, and sell it somewhere else. But, you know, why? I don't think this is doing anything.
Units received.
I know these aren't doing anything.
Received.
And I can actually give the dihydrogen over to the freighter here. Which I'm pretty sure we need for additional fuel. Yeah.
Product constructed.
But hey, that's alright. That's for regular starships. And we'll deal with that later. Okay. We'll see if we can upgrade anything here. Usually it's just storage. And like everything else, these enormous fucking ships called freighters are all graded, ranked. Doesn't seem to mean much. What do you got for me? Money, money, venom, nitrogen salt, venom, albumin pearls. Y'all went hard. No storm crystals though, huh? I mean, I'll keep those. We'll try to turn those into a repository. Because the vortex cubes are used for a couple of things. Oh, a box of hypnotic bugs. Did you bring those back because you wanted to, or because the bugs wanted you to? Leave. And how'd you do? Some trash. Ground crew attacked by a swarm of flesh-eating insects while looking for minerals. Insect samples lodged inside crew members. Sample scanned for data. So, you know, they give you these little after-action reports. Most of them don't really mean anything, and they're not things that you can personally go and experience. Like, it's just there for flavor, and that's fine, but then it's gone. See what I mean? Right on over here, because we can produce those right on board. The thermic condensate. The nitrogen salt doesn't do us any good right now. And by the time that it does, I'll have dealt with it. Highly valued by manufacturing economies, sure. We'll go and deal with it then. The dirty bronze we can ditch. The Viking effigies we can ditch. The venom we can ditch. Great. These fools are part of some sort of base quest storyline. This I found on a planet. That I found on a planet. And I thought they looked neat, so I put them here. And that's the story of those. Alright. Up at the bridge, and it's in the same spot for everyone. You can do some things. So a fuel oxidizer doesn't seem worth it. Because these are consumables, a temporary upgrade for frigates. Those are the smaller ships in the flotilla. So you save these in order to purchase actual upgrades for the freighter itself. You can also color it things. I went with black and white. How shocked are you? What you got, fam? These are machine people. So, we can dispatch them on stuff. The frigates, as well, are graded. What's interesting about them is that they level up. So, they can get more experience and become better at their jobs, which is cool. So if you see one that is a low rank, that's okay. If it has interesting features, it could still be worth quite a bit to you later, if you're willing to put in the time. I like that much better than going, well, this sucks, and it's always going to suck forever, and fuck you. We need explorers on this one. No, that's all of it, huh? Okay. Well, we'll get that going. We'll get another exploration thing going. Is that really all I've got there? Guess it is. I guess it is. Well, we'll pitch in another support thing. There we go. We'll be just fine. Offward. Another combat patrol. We have quite a few gunships that I've come across. And then we can throw that in. Yep. Once again, you'll be just fine. Some trade. We have trade. And then we'll send probably this one in order to get it some extra flight experience. And would you look at that? They'll still be just fine. Cool beans. All of our terminals are full, which means that, that's that. Now we can jump this particular thing 2 different places using this, but it just teleports us to the next system. Which, okay, but it's really no different than using one of the portals. Down we go to the ship hangar, where you can store things, other ships of yours that you're either working to fix or haven't sold yet, like this one over here. I'm pretty sure I just haven't sold it yet. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to it, though. The various types of ships, those archetypes I told you about, have specific profiles, but what it boils down to is how much, well, what their use seems to boil down to. Boils down to how much of a grid it's got. This one has the max number of spaces. Period. The end. I still have a couple that I can unlock, but it's got the max number of spaces. And, like, huh, you know? The last frost thistle seeds. Well, okay. The cactus flesh we can just discard. We have plenty of... We grow it. It's another one that we just grow. It's fine. Hypno bugs. Gemstones. As well as a scream thing. We can put that right in there. We can also put that right in there. That's for making warp fuel. Stick that in there. And we'll use that to recharge our life support shit. Phosphorus there, which we're not worried about because not only do we have a bunch, we have it on auto collect. May as well.
Recharge.
There, some cleared up inventory space. Some folks coming in to use the facilities. That's a Sentinel Depot. Yeah. An unsafe trajectory, is it? So we have the planet-to-planet stuff, which is a bit like the quantum drive. You know, you go relatively quickly. It uses a different fuel from just flying around. There's also the warp drive, which moves us system to system instead of planets to planets. So re-entry gets handled by holding forward. We're doing it. Look at us go. We can gun the afterburner to get us there faster. Because like I said, everything is, well, you know, pretty automated. And then I just have to set it down. Are those already on fire? Okay, so these are pre-broken, bud. Yeah, we need a new one. Now, they won't get too mad so long as I don't do anything super suspicious. Yeah, that's one of the types of creatures you can encounter. They're blobs. And then you have, you know, your quadrupeds. That one's got glow stuff on it. This is a radiation world, huh? You got your bugs. We got punch. Let's see here. I got one of these. This should let me scan for other places. Yeah, structures, please. Nearby building already marked. Okay. So what building might that be, friends? Because this one is not good anymore. We did it. It's over, it's charted. Ah, that's what they mean. Sure. We'll scooch on over. Well, let's see what they got. Not much, doesn't look like. But that's fine. We'll mark it down. As we see about another Sentinel depot. We did it. Done it again. And you see, there's these things to discover, sure. We can go up here. There's nothing to do up there. We can take the nanites out of this thing. That's poop. Alright for us. That's another form of currency, by the way. It's all just currency. We can read this encyclopedia and learn a word. That's nice. Got some navigation data, sure. Which is, you guessed it, a kind of currency. Some more nanites. Just little buildings with little chairs. And that's that. That's that entire fucking place. This, non-interactable, can't do a damn thing with it. And so we move on to the next thing. Because by design, this is what you do. Nearby building is already marked. Are they talking about that one? Because I did that already. The good news is, and I mean the really good news is, I don't necessarily have to stick around here. I can. Oh, there it is. Oh, you want to know a circuit board? Sure. I can do that. We'll hire a farmer. That's what we're trying to do. Anyway, we can find another Sentinel planet and touch down there and attempt to get some stuff. Exiting the atmosphere is handled the same way as going on in. You point up, you go. The higher you go, the faster you go. Don't sweat that. Dramatic entry aside, it's just other freighters. NPC freighters. They come in some fun designs. You can get any of these designs, if you find them and if they're for sale. You'll notice if they are, if you can land on them. You know, like that one. Anyway. What do we got here?
Station coordinates received.
Thank you. Can I have my mouse back? Sick. So no. Just... Yeah, I understand that. Good God. So I need the local system here. This is what we're looking for. Decaying nuclear planet. And what we're looking for is that empty planet, but aggressive sentinels. Hateful, maybe. Incandescent planet. Enforcing, potentially. Book. Require orthodoxy. Blistering damp. Verdant planet, I see. Okay, what are we right by? What is this place? Okay, that's the decaying nuclear planet. So, that would be the verdant planet. I know, radio chatter. I believe we've just got to get around this. We'll just kind of plow right on through the asteroid field. Like the gun that we've got on us. On foot. We have several things that we can fire out of our ship. You know. You got your beams, you got your shotguns, you got your rapid fire things. You got your slow-moving, high-damage projectiles. Again, nothing all that crazy. Or interesting, for that matter. This is a hot world, so maybe we'll find something here. Need that depot. And we've arrived. Or are you just pointing me towards the other planet? Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that, but no, that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna do something else. There's some other freighters in orbit. Down we go. Wee. Okay. Nothing so far. Well, that's fine. We can pop down and throw a signal booster. See what it is we can see. Something just crashed. Is that something I can interact with, or, So no. No, there's a thing here. Pardon me. That's the thing. It's got goop. You can refine those into nanite clusters as well, but you know, Meet the planetary quadrupeds. You can keep them as pets if you want. You know, if you want. There's the planetary radar sweep. Well, we got something. So let's go see what that something is, I guess. Good shot of the mountain. Really beautiful. Yeah, it's not that far away. I'll just walk up there. Wonder why it didn't get picked up on the ship scans earlier. Also, was I... Yeah, they're right over there. Okay. You got, big knife head boys, or sail head if you prefer. They live here. They're nowhere near as dangerous as they look. Up the hill I go. Anything to learn from these plants? No. There's my jetpack meter just down there. You can see it. Lower right. There's a beacon. But they won't care if I touch the beacon. It'll tell us where something else is. How grand. A settlement. Well, it's not a settlement like our settlement. It's a settlement that says, well, you can buy and sell things here. Which again? That's nice, I guess. But we really could have done with, I don't know, just something else. They have these histories written out for these inhabitants, we'll call them. But none of them amount to much. There's nothing that your understanding gets you. Not new ways of interacting with them, not anything. Oh boy. It's quite a distance away. Well, and then we make like a cruise missile. We get high up. We make sure we can go very, very fast. And then it takes no time at all. And wouldn't you know, we made it. Okay, where's your beacon thing so I can chart this and save it and move on to the next? I don't really have anything to sell. Yeah. And there we are. Camp Aberaki. Yep. And what do you got for me this time? Now, are we actually pointing me towards that, even though it's off planet? Is that what we're doing? Are we for real? Alright, well, we may just have to hop systems. I think this might be busted. Which, hey, that's fine. We'll get on up out of atmosphere. There we are. The tritium will be useful. What is the button? It ain't that one. That's the one. Gimme. Gimme. Just gimme. Thank you. Okay. So, conflict intermittent. Don't know if I've been here before. This is warp travel. I don't have to do anything. And it's the color tube again, look at that. There we go. Great. Now we're here. Icy planet, sure, fine. But that's not what we're interested in. Yeah, it looks like standard frigates and freighters. And so we're not really interested in that either. Excuse me. You're what I'm interested in. What's your story? Freezing planet, okay. How about you, what you got? A bountiful planet, high sentinel activity. We like that. What? Sure. Here. Bye. So we fixed them. This is also undiscovered. What do we got? Noxious planet. Fungal mold. Keep that in mind. Oh, we're a preceptor. That's good for us. Now the fungal mold place is much closer. Let's stop. We'll need that to make acid, and it's probably good to just culture it anyway. Make sure that we've got a steady supply. Boom. Give me your fungus. I require it. Hand it over. That all looks like fungus, right? And what's this building? It's not really a building then, is it? Frequent toxic floods. We've made first contact with this world. It's recorded. Except, you know, there's a banner from God knows when on it. Yeah, I know. That's the unhappy toxic juice. I know. I heard you. And when one lands, this is pretty much how it goes. Buried technology, I guess. Lots of just taking pictures. Which isn't the worst thing, it's just that there isn't much else going on. You take a picture, someone gives you money from somewhere. Don't know who. Don't know from where. Okay, we got all of that. I'm sure that'll be something. Okay. Well, ammonia. Carbon. We can always use carbon. Sentinels. Just carbon. Unidentified, but carbon. You guys said you had fungal mold here. No. Forgot to charge it. That's why we can always use carbon. More carbon. Yeah, so not even the things that look like mushrooms happen to be. No, dihydrogen is again something we can pretty much always use, so that's nice, I guess. More ammonia, which I'm not sure if we'll need to plant the fungal mold whenever we come across it finally. Pushed it too hard. We got some radon from something, but Alright, relax. I'll recharge it. Yeah. Well, there you have it. That's what we're using the ammonia for in the short term. We can also just charge that with batteries, which I can make readily. Not really an issue. Okay. Yeah. It's a stink storm. You know how that can be. Oh, hang on. I have use of those. Pardon me. Actually. Great. Two, 3, 4, 5. Those only show up on planets like this one. You know, planets that suck. Yep, wasn't quite quick enough on that. It happens. It's probably one of these. Okay. Primary element carbon. Just carbon. You said you had fungal mold. Why have you lied to me? We'll probably have to dig for the fungal mold. More bits, more bits, more bits. Just all stuff we need anyway. Wheat. Pulpy roots. Yeah, but what do we get from that? Is pulpy roots what it is that we're looking for? Perhaps. It's not impossible. What do we got? Carbon, nitrogen. Grand. Alright. Here. Just pulpy roots. Listen, I'm as unhappy about it as you are, okay? Oh, you have birds here, do you? Or at least something aerial. It's not what I was trying to scan. Yeah, I understand that. I'm trying to... I guess I'm too far away. So that's a sack. I don't need the sack. That's wheat. Don't need the wheat. Machinery. Subterranean organic structure. Might be what it is that we're looking for. Because again, promised mold. Are you mold? Hey, you are. Okay then. so we need a bunch of those. Ferrite dust. And we do have, just down here, whoop. Oop, sorry about that. They'll recover. Okay. Another recharge.
Technology recharge.
These are storm crystals when there's no storm. They're sealed up, you can't get at them. Let's identify. Are you also fungal mold?
Units received.
Just carbon, huh? Carbon, nitrogen, just carbon. Alright. Back on the trail of this subterranean organic structure, I guess. Snagging these along the way. Because usually it's something like 50 that you need to actually make a planted spot of it, but then once we're generating, we're in the clear. Not an issue at all. Because then it's just, you know, patience. I'm getting to it. More dihydrogen. For the freighters, mostly. It's too late, I've got you. Great. Thick skull, that's what we learned about that creature. Extremely valuable information. Don't know what I would have done without it. Okay. So, right here, huh? There it is. What do we got? Gluey spores. Hardly seemed worth it. They got oxygen. They got salt. They got this guy. And there's no going back for him, he's been scanned. What's the wheat, right? No, peas. It's peas. There is a cooking system. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose is. It seems like it's a thing that you can. And in some ways that's good enough, but... Me, I'm always asking for just a little bit more care, a little bit more interest, a little bit more focus to the effort. Because we're here and we're doing things, but boy, a lot of these things that look like mushrooms ain't. And you'd figure if fungal mold is listed so highly, so prominently, we'd see a lot more of it, but we doesn't. That's a hazardous piece of flora. It's easily startled. It gives you oxygen. Them salt, you just collect them with your hands. Same with those O2 bits. What are we up to now?
Toxin protection falling.
And so we can process that into protein, I guess. We can stick that in there. We have 35. That's a nutrient processor thing, which I'm not interested in. Oh, we got a storm crystal from one of these fucking crystal bits. That's nice. Alright. We're still on the lookout.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Sure. More carbon. And if memory serves, we needed the mold here to make acid. There are other ways to make acid. But again, unfortunately, I'm stuck doing it this way. Because, oh, that's just what the game says. They didn't even specify what kind of acid. There are acids that you can harvest from things that you hunt down. There's plenty of big insects. I'm sure we could get a supply of formic acid ready-made for us. It just, I don't know. Things like that bug me. Me knowing what I'm doing for real should probably be a consideration. And also, why pass up the opportunity to educate, even if it's just a little bit? You know, how delighted might these people be to find that the things that they learned in a game are things? I wish there was a cluster of those that I could track. Getting plenty of dihydrogen though, that's nice. Yep, we'll charge this back up. We got 57. We can see if that's enough. Charge that back up. That's the one. Summon vehicles. That's that one. Great. And then it'll come right to us. We don't have to walk back at all. And there we are. We are no longer toxic. Well, at least not as far as a status effect is concerned. I'm still kind of unpleasant. Let's take this just a little bit further and scooch it on up here.
Extreme night toxicity detected.
Oh no, not the night toxicity. I was gonna put mine there, but okay. Hello to you all, I guess. We have to move further away from them. There we are. No matter where we are, we can just take it with us. Which is handy and everything, but... well, that is all we can do. There we are. Up we go. I've still got the goopy effect on my screen. I wonder why. I'm sure it's just a bug. Anyway, we got stink mold. Hey, how's it going? No, I don't need exotic decorations, so... okay. Wallpapers. Oh, there we are. Fungal cluster. Oh, good. We have precisely what we need. Must place on terrain. I'm trying to place it on terrain. Do I need a different kind of hydroponics for that? Or is that simply not? Must be placed indoors, yes. Suitable for hydroponic indoor planting. That's what I want to do. Do you just need your own? Oh, I need more metal plating. That's fine. I can make more metal plating. Oop, there it is.
Constructed.
Voila. It's a miracle. What's the problem? I'm very confused here. All right. I have enough of everything, right? Yeah, okay. No, that's not working either. Am I just at plant capacity? Do I need to take one of these down? It would seem so. Okay, so, let's do the following. Yeah, just kill that one. Okay, sure. this? No. No. It just doesn't seem to wanna.
Inventory full.
Is it because my inventory is full? It may be. Is that fine? I definitely do not understand. Can't place those, and I have those. They're right over there. Why can't I place you? Invalid biome. You're lying to me. You're just lying. Alright. So let's... And then... Yeah. And yeah. And then let's go ahead and... pop that... here? And we'll have to move it. And just move it. A little bit so we can kind of get at everything. Okay. Huh. Well. Okay, I guess. Let's put this into... not the storage that I meant to click on, but that's alright. There. Sure. Sure. That can go over there. One of those I think I'm just gonna sell because who gives a shit. Fix that up the rest of the way. We can fix that up the rest of the way. Wonder if it's got anything to do with it still thinking that I'm on that planet. The storm crystals we keep because I'm doing stuff with them.
Units received.
Hypno bugs. Stones.
Received.
Yep. Well. Great, a restore point is saved. Let's see, I guess, if we can hit the space station and locate any Sentinel depots. And we'll go from there. I'm sure it's got to do with whatever bug this is around the edges of my screen. Away we go. Oh, is it gone now? It seems like it is. Oh, whatever. Space station. That's the icon. There we go. Still gotta do laundry tonight. You gotta remember that. And these are the places that the mind wanders when playing this particular game. To chores. I wish there were more to it. Space stations are quite literally just little hubs. You can meet up with your friends there if you want. You can go ship shopping with the comers and goers if you want. In an extremely limited way. Via this quest we're doing. You can hire people from them if you want. There's not much more to it beyond that. Here's your vendors. We can purchase some more fucking exosuit space here. We can use our ever-growing pile of money to do so. And we can see if their multi-tool is better than ours. It's not. Okie doke, great. Up we go. Alright. Anything else that I want to clear out of my inventory? Not that super duper comes to mind. This is who I wanted to see. A cartographer. Honorable war, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Let me just, exchange for specific charts. Inhabited outpost. Ancient artifact. Settlement. Distress signal. Secure site of interest. None of those are really what it is that I need. We'll just have to go and see. Oh, hey. If you see someone like this, they're another person like you, basically. They're kind of out of phase. I'm touching it. There we go. In any other game, that would be a potential, like, session ender. Not this one. What do you got going on over there with that halo? The Sleep of Jeopardy. You gotta have NyQuil for that. Alright. Nope. Back towards that bountiful world. It's not that one. It'll be that one. It really likes to kind of try to guess for you, which, as you know, is one of my least favorite things. I'm pointed at this planet. It decides that what I actually want to do is go somewhere else, no matter how hard I fight it. And boy, don't ever fucking do that shit. Great. So I should be able to now escape the context-sensitive gravity that insists that I'm some sort of, like, you know, addled baby. Can't pick a destination on my own. And get to what it is that I'm trying to get to. So, high activity, probably depots. Looks like the continent space there is going to be purple. What? Okay, what? Here. Yeah, you're welcome, bye. See ya. Down we go and down we are. Hello. Well, that's an interesting shape. I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh no, I have. It's just at a weird angle. What? No thank you. I'm busy, man. He's looking to get hired. I have other things I'm doing. There we are. Big spires. It's purple. Positive. What is this? It's just a bubble? What do you mean the landing area is not clear? Set down. I want to examine this bubble. There we go. You just mash E until it agrees that you can land there. Despite me being able to land there, I can see where it is that I'm going. Just get your hand off the fucking stick and let me do it. I guess this is just bubble atmosphere. You'd figure this would be the kind of anomaly that I would want to scan. Okay then. Well, let's find out where it is that they've put their warehouse on this, very strange planet covered in, what looks like predominantly purple plants. The witch would like this. We'll be sure to save it. Well, that's a structure, but it's not the structure that I'm looking for. Let's head on over there anyway. Oh, something slapped me. Now we're gonna have to beat down the door of this. No, it's just got eggs. That's fine. Scan these. They look feathered. All kinds of wildlife has spawned in now. I had you for a second. There you go. As you can see already, they're very similar to the things that we found on that other planet. Which, again, you know, for something procedurally generated, is not unexpected, and it's not unwarranted. This shit happens. It's fine. But not quite as varied as you may have pitched. It's a gross one. Sometimes there's a ceiling tentacle that slaps you in these. Doesn't seem like there's one in here, so... It's forsaken. We scraped the goop. And that's it. The goop is scraped. Returning user identified. But how can that be? Is there a connection between the monoliths and the sentinels? The origins of these ancient structures seem to predate all known civilization. Over time, the structures have become imbued with the beliefs and the histories of the creatures that evolved around them. But what if there was a precursor species that came before us all, one of such infinite knowledge and interstellar power that even after their extinction, their tools remain for us to pore over like an infant confronted with a fusion reactor? I don't think infants pore over fusion reactors even if confronted with them. But that's beside the point. Like, all of this is for naught because, well, I'm sure you have seen already that No Man's Sky is, if you haven't, this is your spoiler warning. But I'm sure you've seen already that No Man's Sky is about creatures living in a simulation. It's, the Atlas is a computer. If you couldn't guess that by it saying "Hello World" when you say hello to it, I don't like you. Well, you probably never had a job in computers. It's a pretty famous kind of thing. Not exactly a deep cut. But, you know, that kind of bites any kind of fucking mystery or wonder right out of it. 'Cause, like, well, I could fucking tell you what it is, man. It's a computer program. I think that might be busted. We're gonna try to respawn it. What? What are you complaining about? Thank you. Okay, now we got the beam on. Locate structures, please. Okay, well, it didn't. Here we are. That can't be the only structure on the planet, you know? Not really possible. Oh, it's that guy up there that's just fucking screaming his balls off. Tell him to hush. And y'all get out of the way. Yeah, get out of the way. Boundary failing. Okay. Strange message to get. There's not really the kinds of reality breaks you would typically get on that here. That's where I found that one glowing monolith thing. A world that said boundary failing. Basically, the program is kind of fucked here. It ain't working so good. But this doesn't seem fucked. It seems nice. I'll take it to a world that's fucked. Well, let's do that instead of trying to hunt this down. You want to see fucked? I'll show you fucked. A running quasi-joke between the witch and I is that she finds mostly worlds that are just kind of neat, fun to poke around and then leave, move on to the next thing. And what I find are new ways to die. So, you know, the various hell planets that we've been on with the toxic storms and the firestorms and the radiation storms and all kinds of other things like that. That's par for the course. There is one... Boy, sometimes it'll do that, huh? We'll see if we can actually get out of there. I don't know that it'll be possible. It's not looking like it is. Oh, good. There's a hostile scan detected. Hey, alright, we've wiggled our way out. Well, we'll get into some space combat first, I guess. Oh, come get me.
Hostile ships approaching.
Uh-huh. They included these things called positron ejectors, and that was an enormous mistake, because you can do that with them. The fucking space scatterguns are ridiculous. Come here. Bye. Who else we got? Bye again. And then it was over just like that. Look at us go. And our boats, of course, also chime in. I don't know what they're shooting at presently. Apparently the hulls of the hostile ships did not despawn. Well, in any case. Big boat have guns. This is one of the worst places you could try to fight me. Alright, did you actually though? So no? So no, huh? Oh, we can see if that's fixable in a moment or two. There we are. Alright, it's calmed down. Or perhaps it hasn't. Perhaps caps are still getting pumped out there. No, I see I still have the toxic thing. This has been a good night. Some failures to be a program going on here that I have not seen it do before. Bang up job. I'm sure relogging would fix it. We'll see if we have a new decision to make. And then from there we'll go to the planet that's real fucked. I'm pretty sure there's a specific mineral that I just keep mining from there. Fairly certain I have a repository on it. And hey, there we are. Now we're no longer in a toxic hell. We're in a hot one. So the graphic around the edges is different. Oh, we have a visitor. What? And asks respect as an equal. Sales agent of some sort. They offer to sell plants for an esophageal surprise farm. Absolutely not. No one surprises anyone in the esophagus here. That's not what we do. Thank you. And goodbye. What in the fuck? Okay. Well, good for us. Is this almost done? Yeah, 88% complete. Cool. Well, through the portal then. Who the fuck would walk up to a stranger and be like, hey, would you like a fucking neck surprise? But on the inside, though. The thing you use to swallow, do you want that? It's just a surprise. Alright. Now I think... that's the one. And we're waiting. We'll get there. Alright. I sure did. So these are the kinds of worlds that I touch down on. You know, where you go, that's not a planet then, is it? That's not a thing. Everything's pillars, as you can see, including the clouds. There's no life here. There's what used to be plants. They're telling me that's a creature. But that's clearly an elemental from Final Fantasy XI. We could feed it with food pellets, but I don't think it eats anything. So that's an option. And it's this forever and always. And that's this place. You can come here to get these if you wanted to put them up places. They're composed mostly of iron and oxygen, which that's not how that works. We got ferrite and dihydrogen, so plenty of that. Dihydrogen crystals available in big chunks. Big boy chunks. What do we got here? Salt. Weather, invisible mist. Resources, regular. Fauna, between worlds. Flora, lost. Sentinels, minimal. The only thing on this planet is me and the float rocks. So yeah, you know. That other place I was like, oh, there's a boundary separation. Yeah, you sure? Is there? Is that what that is? Because this looks... to me, this... Oh shit, is that mushrooms? Did you guys actually... Wow. Well, good on you, fungaloids. You did it. I swear those weren't here before. Sap binds permanently. Marrow bulbs is what that produces. Yeah. But that's what we got here. We got some inorganic stuff down here. What do you got? Cobalt and gold. Yeah, that sounds about right. When they did an update, a number of things changed in this place. Let me... And this is genuinely one of the cooler things that I think they've done, is that there were other kinds of things here, and they are extinct. Now, it's just these. Encountered lurking in the endless fractal dreams of planet West E39. Submissive without being timid, these gentle creatures know no fear, only curiosity. A forager, they search the ground for the fallen nuts that provide their main nutrient source. What nuts? The note is that they are fragrant. What atmosphere? What nuts? What atmosphere? What are you talking about? I apparently had marked that as a ferrite site. What? What is this? Is that just a freestanding portal over there? Did I put that there, or did someone else put that there? It's entirely possible that someone else put that there. I'll charge that and then fucking... There. It looks like that portal has no power. Yeah. And I don't think these are mine. NC Bunky. Well, whoever they were, they haven't been here in quite some time. They ran this with a furnace. It has 10 minutes remaining. Like, we could put stuff in it, I guess, and turn this back on for other people, which seems like it might be nice to do. We have plenty of carbon. Yeah, plenty. there. That should keep it running for a bit, I guess. Yeah, that's like the last of it, huh? Okay. And we can go and grab more carbon. That's not a problem. Well, odd passerby. Enjoy, I guess. But absolutely all of these are harvestable. Iron and oxygen, like I said. Pretty much just all iron and oxygen. Yeah, those you walk up and collect by hand. Same with those looking like. The thing that really got me about it is that even the clouds are pillars. It's just all rectangles all the way down. I don't know if this one was procedurally generated or, someone made it. Someone on staff made it. But it struck me. But places like this, I feel, are too few and far between. I mean, I like this a lot. I think it's very interesting that you could encounter a place like this. But, you know, then what? After I've encountered it, then what? We'll have to go somewhere with trees for carbon. That's not really an issue. We can get there just fine. You know, what with all that infinity and everything. Oh, that was just a... Gotcha. I was wondering why I was seeing green. Alright. Well, my setup here is entirely solar powered, and we store way more than enough to run the extractor 24/7, as well as keep this place powered and full of oxygen. So, we'll probably clock out here. Seems reasonable. Spaceship's right outside. Let's go where we go. Kind of a brief tour, but, you know, maybe we'll be back. Maybe we'll pursue these other things that I was pursuing. But maybe not regularly. I found that that's my relationship with it. Is that I'm there for a little while, and then I leave, and, well, it's also emblematic of the gameplay. You discover a system. You're there for a little while, and then you leave. It accurately, at the very least, I can say, gives you a sense of what it is to live without roots, I guess. Be they community or familial. If the family always goes with you, then the place ceases to matter. And if the place doesn't matter, well, you're not likely to dip too far into it. Even if you could, and that's making a lot of assumptions, doubly so, of the past few years. You'll see what there is to see, and the moment that it bores you, it's goodbye. And you'll probably never think about the people that you passed by on your way on through ever again. Infinity's kind of empty like that, I guess. Well, anyway, while you ponder what exactly it is you would like out of forever, I'll leave you to wander alone for a bit. See ya.